Your cat does this every single day, and you may be completely misreading it. Cats can't use words, but they have dozens of ways to communicate with you, through their eyes, tails, paws, sounds, and even where they choose to sleep. They're constantly sending you signals. Today, we're decoding 13 of the most important ones, and the last few may completely change the way you understand your cat. Welcome back. If you're new here, hit subscribe right now, because this channel is where we decode what your cat is actually saying. Let's get into it. But cats don't need words to communicate. Every day they're sending you messages through their eyes, tails, paws, sounds, and body language. The problem isn't that they're silent. The problem is that we were never taught how to listen. Today, we're going through 13 of the most common behaviors your cat shows you, and what they're genuinely saying each time. You're sitting on the couch or moving through the kitchen, and out of the corner of your eye you catch it. Your cat is looking right at you. Not staring, not demanding anything, just watching. And then, very slowly they close their eyes. Open them. Close them again. You probably thought, they're getting sleepy. But that slow blink is a full sentence. Researchers at the University of Sussex ran one of the first formal studies on this behaviour in 2020, and the results were remarkable. Cats who received slow blinks from humans were more likely to slow blink back, approach the person, and stay engaged. In the wild, closing your eyes around another animal is one of the most vulnerable things you can do. You can't see a threat coming. So when your cat softly closes their eyes in your presence, they're broadcasting something specific. I don't need to watch you. I know you're not going to hurt me. Ethologists describe this as a long-range bonding signal, a way to maintain connection without physical contact. It's worth noting that not every cat responds the same way. Some cats are naturally more expressive with their face, while others communicate the same trust through stillness alone, simply staying relaxed and present without breaking eye contact. Age and personality play a role too. Kittens and younger cats often slow blink more freely, while older or more reserved cats might take a while to warm up to the exchange, especially if they're still building trust with you. Try this tonight. The next time you catch your cat looking at you, slowly close your eyes, hold it for a beat, and open them again. Many cats will respond with a slow blink of their own. If they don't respond right away, don't take it personally, repeat it calmly over a few days, and pay attention to whether their overall body language softens, even without the blink itself. You open the door, walk into the room, and there's your cat on the floor, rolling onto their back, paws in the air, belly fully exposed. Your first instinct is to reach down and rub it, and then sometimes you get the claws. So what's actually happening here? A cat's belly is highly vulnerable, so exposing it can be a sign that they feel safe and relaxed around you. So when your cat rolls over in front of you, the message isn't rub me. It's closer to I trust you with the part of me I protect from everything else. Feline behaviourists describe this as one of the highest trust signals a cat can offer a human. Some cats do it as a greeting, a way of saying hello when you've been gone. And remember, exposing the belly doesn't automatically mean touch me here. For many cats, it's simply a display of trust. If they want contact, let them guide you toward it. This is one of the most common places owners accidentally damage trust, because the instinct to reach out is so strong. A cat's belly is also packed with nerve endings, so even cats who love their humans deeply can react defensively the moment a hand lands there. That reaction isn't a contradiction of the trust they just showed you, it's a separate, purely physical reflex. The right response is almost never a belly rub. It's to crouch down, talk softly, and let them choose what happens next. If your cat does invite a belly touch, you'll usually see it a paw resting on your hand, a stretch that pulls you closer, or simply staying relaxed instead of tensing up. You're standing at the counter making coffee, or sitting on the couch, and you feel it, the soft curl of a tail wrapping around your leg, or sliding over your wrist. Most people barely register it, but this is one of the most intimate things your cat does. Animal behaviourists call this affiliative tail contact. and it's almost exclusively reserved for individuals the cat considers part of their inner circle. Bonded cats do this with each other too, their tails briefly intertwine as a greeting. Cats also have scent glands at the base of their tail, so when they wrap it around you, they're depositing a small amount of their personal scent onto you. They're marking you gently and quietly as theirs. You'll often see this paired with a soft chirp or a brief pause in whatever the cat was doing, as if the contact itself is the whole point, rather than a step towards something else. The next time it happens, pause for a second. Something important just took place. And if you thought that was affectionate, the next behaviour is one almost every cat owner has experienced. Your cat climbs onto your lap, settles in, and starts pressing their paws into you left, right, left, right. People call it making biscuits. The behaviour begins in kittenhood. Nursing kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow, and that neural pathway never fully goes away. Feline behaviour researchers describe kneading as a regressive comfort behaviour. The cat is mentally returning to a state of complete dependence and trust. Cats also have scent glands in their paw pads, so kneading marks you with their scent too. If your cat needs you, they've decided that you are home. Some cats need only in specific situations right before falling asleep, right after being picked up, or only on soft fabric like a blanket rather than skin. That's not inconsistency. It usually just means the behaviour is tied to a specific comfort trigger for that individual cat. And if the claws hurt, don't punish them, just place a soft blanket between you and those little paws. Over time, many cats will also settle into kneading more gently as kittens grow into adults, simply because the behaviour shifts from an instinctive reflex into a calmer, more deliberate habit. You wake up and there's a toy mouse on your pillow, or a sock that definitely wasn't on the floor last night. Your cat brought you a present, and the meaning behind it is worth understanding. The old idea that cats think you're a bad hunter and are trying to feed you has largely fallen out of favour. Bringing prey or objects can be connected to social bonding, sharing, play, or learned behaviour, and sometimes several of these at once. When the gift is a toy, it's often closer to a play invitation. When it's something they actually hunted, the message goes deeper. Mother cats teach kittens to hunt by bringing them prey, so an adult cat sharing a real catch with you is treating you the way they'd treat their own. Either way, they chose to bring it to you. Indoor cats without access to real prey will often substitute household objects instead: hair ties, socks, bottle caps, anything small enough to carry in their mouth. The behaviour pattern stays the same even when the prey is completely harmless. If your cat brings you something and seems to expect a reaction, a little praise or excitement in your voice usually means more to them than the item itself. It reinforces that the delivery, not just the object, was worth doing. You're reading or scrolling on your phone, and out of nowhere you feel the firm press of a small forehead against your hand, your cheek, or your face. This is called bunting, and it's one of the most affectionate behaviours in the feline vocabulary. Cats have scent glands concentrated on their head cheeks, chin, forehead, base of the ears. When they press these against you, they're depositing pheromones that function as a chemical signature of belonging. This one is mine, this one is safe. Bunting is also usually initiated by the cat, which makes it a request for contact on their terms. Some cats reserve bunting for specific moments right when you get home, right before bed, or when they want something but are asking politely instead of meowing insistently. Others do it constantly throughout the day, almost like a running check-in. Either pattern is normal. It just reflects that particular cat's style of staying connected. The right response is almost always to gently press back. They're starting a conversation, continue it. You sit down on the couch and pat the spot next to you. Your cat looks at you, considers it, and then settles down just out of reach, close enough to see you, far enough that you can't quite touch them. Most owners read this as rejection. It isn't. For cats, proximity and contact are different things. Humans express affection through touch. Cats often express it through presence, choosing to be in the same space as you. Feline behaviourists call this companionable proximity. There's also a practical layer. Cats are predators, but also potential prey. So keeping a little distance lets them relax fully while staying near you. You'll often notice the distance shrinks gradually over the course of an evening. 3 feet becomes 2, then 1, as the cat settles further into the room's rhythm. Forcing that process by moving toward them usually resets it, because it puts the choice back in your hands instead of theirs. If your cat sits nearby and stays there, don't reach for them. Just exist in the same room. They came to be with you, that's the entire point. Your cat is perched in the window watching a bird or a squirrel, and suddenly they make a rapid clicking chatter, or a high-pitched trill. Researchers still aren't entirely sure what causes it, but a few explanations have decent evidence behind them. The sound is most likely connected to excitement, frustration, or hunting behaviour, the instinct firing, with no way to reach the target. And when it happens while you're nearby, it can become part of the interaction between you and your cat, since a cat who feels safe enough to vocalise is often including you in the moment. Some owners notice their cat only chatters at certain kinds of prey birds more than squirrels, for instance, or fast-moving insects more than anything slow. That's likely tied to which targets trigger the strongest predatory response, rather than any deeper meaning. The next time you hear it, walk over and look out the window with them. You close the bathroom door, and within 30 seconds you hear the scratching and the meowing. Cats can form strong attachment bonds with their humans, so a closed door can briefly interrupt that sense of proximity. And because cats are naturally curious about their territory, a closed door can make the bathroom even harder to ignore. Your cat isn't being weird. They just don't understand why one of their favourite people keeps disappearing behind a door. It's also worth noting that many cats calm down surprisingly quickly once they're let in, and realise nothing exciting is actually happening. After a visit or two of sniffing around and confirming the room is safe and unchanged, some cats lose interest entirely, while others simply enjoy being included in the routine every single time. Your cat looks directly at you, pushes your glass toward the edge, watches it fall, and then walks away like nothing happened. Part of this is genuine exploration. Cats are predators wired to interact with small moving objects, and the push and fall gives them sensory feedback, but the eye contact changes things. Researchers have noted that cats engage in attention-seeking behaviour more when their primary human is present but distracted, and cats don't distinguish sharply between positive and negative attention. If knocking something over gets you to walk over and talk to them, it worked. The kindest response isn't punishment, it's giving them attention before they have to ask for it this way. It also helps to look at when the behaviour happens most. If it's almost always around mealtimes, or right when you sit down to work, the table clearing might be less about the object, and more about a routine your cat has learnt, one where a little disruption reliably gets a response from you. Redirecting that energy toward a scheduled play session or a few minutes of focused attention beforehand often reduces the behaviour far more effectively than reacting to it after the fact. You lie down to rest, and within minutes your cat climbs on top of you, circles, and falls completely asleep. Sleep is the most vulnerable state any animal enters, and cats never sleep in places they don't trust completely. So choosing your body as their sleeping spot is a statement about safety they can't make any other way. Warmth may be part of the reason cats prefer ambient temperatures warmer than most humans keep their homes, but if warmth were the only reason, a blanket would work just as well. Your cat is choosing your body, your scent, your presence. Warmth is the excuse. Bond is the reason. Where they choose to sleep on you can carry its own small meaning too. The chest puts them closest to your heartbeat and breathing. The stomach or side often means they're prioritising warmth and full body contact. Curled into the crook of your arm or leg is common with cats who like contact, but still want a bit of personal space. None of these positions is more correct than another. They simply reflect what that particular cat finds most comforting on any given night. You walk into the room, your cat sees you, and their tail rises straight into the air, sometimes with a small curl at the tip, as they walk toward you at an easy pace. Researchers studying domestic cat communication have identified the upright tail as one of the clearest greeting signals cats use almost exclusively with individuals they consider friendly, not with strangers or perceived threats. The slight curl at the tip is often associated with affection, anticipation, and trust. In cat social behaviour more broadly, this kind of tail-up greeting functions as a social signal cats commonly use with individuals they feel comfortable around. When you see that tail rise, say hello back. We've arrived at the last behaviour, and if you've been watching this whole time, you already know this is the important one. Licking begins in kittenhood through allogrooming mother cats groom kittens constantly, and kittens groom each other and their mother in return, forming their earliest social bonds. When your adult cat licks you, that same circuit is running. Allogrooming is reserved almost exclusively for individuals a cat considers part of their inner social group. So when your cat licks your hand, your hair, or your face, they're confirming something. You've been accepted into their social world. Licking is also a form of co-regulation. Bonded cats often groom each other during moments of low-level stress to soothe one another, so a cat licking you during a quiet moment may be regulating themselves through contact with you. Some cats take it a step further and gently nibble or love bite afterward. Among cats, a soft bite at the end of grooming isn't aggression, it's often just part of the same social ritual, a way of punctuating the interaction. It only becomes a concern if it's paired with flattened ears, a swishing tail, or a clear shift in body language, which usually signals overstimulation rather than affection. One thing to watch for: if the licking becomes compulsive, focused obsessively on one spot, or hard to interrupt, it can shift from affection to anxiety. Calm, occasional licking is usually a sign of affection or social bonding. Frantic, repetitive licking can be a sign that something is wrong. Your cat has been talking to you every single day. The slow blink, the head bump, the raised tail, the kneading, the quiet presence beside you, these aren't random quirks. They're ways your cat communicates comfort, trust, curiosity, and connection. You don't have to speak cat. You just have to start paying attention. Which of these does your cat do most? Tell me in the comments and subscribe for more ways to understand the language your cat has been speaking all along.